So creating an ad from scratch, you're going to go to your regular Facebook page, not your business page. On the left-hand side, you're going to go to your ads manager. This is your home page here. If you haven't set up your ad manager account yet, you're going to need to create an account with a username, password, and of course a credit card for them to be able to bill you. So you'll have to fill that stuff out. So with your main account page is just basically your overview of what you have, pending review, active ads that are running, so on and so forth. So well, let's create a new ad. So what we're going to do is go up to the top right here. We're going to click create an ad. Number of different marketing objectives, from boosting your post to raising attendance at your event to getting people to increase engagement on your app. There's a series of things that you can choose, and each one of them will actually have a different way of being able to basically capture the audience, depending on how you want to do it. So let's look at a couple of things here. Let's say, hey, you know what? Let's raise attendance at an event. What's the name of the event? Let's say it's a home buyer seminar. I'm going to hit continue. So here's where you can create custom audiences if you want. Basically, a custom audience that you could do is if you have a customer file. So awesome. So let's say you got an Excel spreadsheet. It's in an Excel format, and then tons of new home buyers that haven't really gotten the idea. They're starting they're kind of starting the whole process. You can actually go to your file. You can choose a file, copy paste the data, or you can import from MailChimp. So let's say choose data. If you have a CSV or a text file, which I don't have, but if you had one, you can easily just hit upload file. Boom, it's going to upload those particular people, and it's actually only going to send that ad to those people on Facebook. Again, it's going to stay in front of those people, so it's great for new leads that come in that you haven't been able to convert. People that are, seem to be coming in on first-time home buyer homes and things of that nature, just haven't really connected with them physically via email or phone. As long as they have an email address and that email address is the same email address that they use for their Facebook page, that ad, if you upload that CSV file, this ad's going to show up in front of them. So again, they're going to, it's another opportunity for them to hear from you. I don't have any any file set up, or else I'd show you how to do that. So, but what I'm going to do here is, let's say, location. So the next thing we want to do is figure out our location. So we're doing a first-time homebuyer seminar in Worcester, but you know what? We cover Central Mass. So knowing that Rutland, Mass, is the geographical center of Massachusetts. As you can see, here's Rutland. If it's a 25-mile radius, it just slips over the Connecticut border and then just slips over the New Hampshire border. But you know what? This is pretty much my service area right here. So if I had a first-time home buyer that wants to buy up in Winchendon or Ashburnham or something like that up in here, great. If I have someone that wants to, buy down in Dudley, Douglas area, Webster, something like that, great. I'm going to be able to work with them too. So I like to keep it broad in a sense where I'm going to target these. If you wanted to go a little bit smaller, you can change this. You can go 10 miles and it will drill it down. You can go as much as 50 miles if you wanted. If I go out 50 miles, I'm covering, a good part of New Hampshire. I'm into Rhode Island and Connecticut. We don't want to do that, but so in this case, let's say 25 miles. 25 miles is going to get me right, just over the border. So great. Location done. That's pretty simple. You can add bulk locations. If you had bulk locations, you don't necessarily need to do that. Bulk location would be, if you had different, counties, states, regions, if you want to do a postal code, say, hey, you know what, I want to target people only in 01581 and 01545, whatever the case may be, rather than doing a radius, you can do that. You want to hit people with a certain city, you can do specific cities. You can do an address. You want to hit somebody on a particular address, you can just click the address right there, and you can start putting in their addresses. So if you had 123 Main Street and you had a new listing at 123 Main Street, and you wanted to target the neighbors of 123 Main Street within a 4 or 5 mile radius, you can do that. You can type in 123 Main Street, put the ad, do a 1 mile radius, 3 mile radius, and what that's going to do is anybody that's on Facebook within that radius of that address, you'd be able to custom target those people. So that's great for just listeds, just solds, open house if you wanted to do that. Many different things that you can do with that. So we're going to pass on that one though. But let's say, hey, first time home buyer. You know what? Who's going to be a first time home buyer? Someone who's graduated high school. I mean, someone who's graduated college. Younger, probably don't have a family. So you know what? A little bit. Let's say 22. Typical first time home buyer is probably going to be, up to about like 30, 32. Let's say 32. By 32, they probably, started a family or growing and stuff like that. So, I mean, this is, you'll never be able to really pinpoint a specific area, but it's good to be able to kind of get a better sense of where you're going. So let's go detailed targeting. So here's where we can go. We can browse certain areas. So let's look at demographics. So this is really cool. So let's go education. What's their education level? Do they have a associate degree? Are they a college grad? Are they a high school graduate? Are they in college? You can really kind of pick those. So let's say, hey, you know what? College graduate. They're in college. Let's say, I don't think we really need to go with, certain degrees or anything like that. But let's say, you know what, that should be all right for that. So let's get out of the education and let's say financial. So let's say what their income is. First time home buyer. Well, where are they income wise? First time home buyer probably going to be in the $40,000 to $50,000 range. 50 to $75,000 range, maybe 75 to $100,000 range. These are going to be your typical first time home buyers. So, once you get to, you're going to choose your financials again, and you can do however you want to do this. You can really get to be a little bit specific in what you're doing. So generation, are they the baby boomer? Are they the Gen X? Are they millennials? I mean, you can choose those. Home. Here's another one. Home ownership. Okay. First time home buyer. All right. This is where it gets tricky. So, I mean, you can click on a first time home buyer, but generally what this is doing is this is targeting people who have just bought their first time home. What I like to do is say, hey, you know what, renters. You can click on first time home buyers because you know what, first time home buyers typically know other first time home buyers. So their friend just bought a house and you know what, maybe they're interested in it. So let's do that there. Homeowners don't generally have, aren't going to be, a first time home buyer. Home type, where are they currently living? Are they living in an apartment? Do they live in a condo? Home value, what's their current home? If you wanted to start doing like seller leads and stuff like that, what's their current home value? Property size? Is it a single family? Square footage? What year was it built? Household composition. Here's another one. Is it family-based household? Are they grandparents? Are they new parents? Young, hip, young adults in the home. So I mean, there's a lot of different features that you can really kind of play with. Life events. They have an anniversary that's coming up. Great if you're going to be doing some sort of advertising to people that are an anniversary. Have they been away from their family? Are they away from their hometown? Lots of cool little things. We can look at parents. Moms, dads, whatever the case may be. We'll refrain from discussing this one here because we don't want to be biased in the sense of what they're doing. Relationships. Are they in a relationship? Are they interested in a relationship? Relationship status. Hey, you looking for people that want to sell their house? How about this one? Someone that's just gotten divorced. Great. The chances are 67% of people that that have a divorce end up having to sell the marital home. This is a great way to be able to target without being specific. Married. Are they just married? Did someone just get married? Or did they just get engaged? Maybe someone who just got engaged, maybe they're looking to buy their first home. So I mean, those are cool little things that you can look at as well. Interests. let's see, let's actually go down. Let's get out of demographics for a moment here. Let's go to interests. Business and industry. Where are they? What type of business and industry are they in? Entertainment. What do they like to do? Family and relationships. They like dating. Are they marriage, fatherhood, parenting? So you can really kind of go through, food and drink. Do they like to drink? What are their hobbies? What are someone's behaviors? Are they automotive? Are they business to business? Are they behavior targeting? Mobile devices, do they typically use those? Consumer clarification, job roles, things like that. So there's a lot of different things. More categories is basically just small little Facebook categories, that really never ever made sense to me. So, I think that's a really cool list to do. But here's the other thing I do is I'm going to go to exclude people. And the reason why I'm going to exclude people is simply because if I'm trying to get leads for myself or get people to sign up to my broker open, I am going to try to eliminate agents. So we're going to go into agents and we are going to go into behaviors and we are going to go into job role. And it's not job role. It's which one is it? Let's see this. Maybe type in real estate. Yeah, so let's do this. So real estate broker, real estate agent, realtor, licensed realtor, realtor. Let me see. So realtor associate. So we can go in and get everybody that we wouldn't want to be in there. So again, I don't want agents looking at my stuff here. So connection type. So we're going to connect it obviously to our Facebook page. Facebook page. So people like my page, friends of the page, you can do that. You don't necessarily have to do that. And then always leave the automatic placements. It's the best way to do it. Don't edit the placements. It'll set it up the way it needs to be set up the best way possible. So budget and schedule. We can either do a daily budget or we can do a lifetime budget. Daily budget is per day. How much money do you want to spend per day? In this case, it prompts it to $11. You only want to spend $5 a day. You can spend $5 a day, or you can do a lifetime budget, meaning, hey, you know what? For this ad set, I only want to spend $75. I don't want to spend any more than $75. That's it. And then you have to choose the date, that you want to start and your end date. So let's say September 29th today, and let's say, hey, you know what? I want to run it till the next ad. So it would be the 19th. So the 19th. So your ad will run until Wednesday the 19th. So spend $75. And then event response, you always leave it at the event response. That's the best way to do it on the event. And then your bid amount, leave it at automatic. Facebook will set the bids that work the best for you. And then just change your name down here to home buyer seminar and then hit continue. You choose your image. So then you can just upload your image. And I think ours is on our desktop. Yeah. So you upload your image. And as I mentioned before, just be careful with the amount of words. You just wanna be careful there. And then what you're going to do here is we're gonna run this on this page. And then what is the URL? So that's actually gonna be here. Photos. And we are here. Copy the URL. Copy. And that's it. Once that's it didn't allow me to put that one in there. But once you're done, you just hit place order and you're good to go. And it'll start pulling your ad and you'll be all set from there.